Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Piki and today we are going to react to Hermitcraft Season 8. As all you probably already know, Hermitcraft Season 8 ended recently and it was the shortest Hermitcraft season ever. But still, bases are amazing, so we are going to react to them. I may not cover every single build and base on the server, but I will try to cover most of them. So let's get started. We are gonna start with the bottom area where you can see some really amazing builds. Just the area with the starter houses and a bottom hole looks really stunning. I'm not gonna comment about every single build and starter house in this area, but they look really good. And just the amount of details in this area is really amazing. If I need to choose my favorite build from this area, it would probably be GoodTimesWithScar's wagon. He's really a master of detailing, and not only does the wagon looks really amazing, but also the surrounding area. And also I need to mention the rocket, which is another Scar's masterpiece. Now let's start with the mega bases, and first on our list is Pearlescent Moon's mega base. This is Pearl's first season on Hermitcraft and she definitely proved that she belongs to Hermitcraft. She built an entire custom mountain and then this castle on top of it. I really like the change after holding the castle, and also the build just looks really clean and looks really great. Next one is Grian Base, and this base is just something else. The atmosphere on this build is crazy, like all the details that he put in the build, the interior of the buildings, the midnight sky, the Scar's alley and everything looks really amazing. When you see this build in person, you really realize how good of the builder he really is. Next one is MumboJumbo's base. He built this what the hermits call a chair and then built like a village on top. This build is really amazing. I know that he was going out of his comfort zone with this build, but it was worth it. I really like the houses that he built, as there is not two houses that are the same and they look really nice. And then these row bridges connect everything up and make this village feels alive. Now the biggest build in bottom, and it is impulseSV factory. This build is really massive and it looks even bigger in person than on video. I actually just recently found out that this base is pretty much a one-on-one replica of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and he did amazing job. Definitely one really impressive build. Last but not least is Scar's base. This season he didn't really build a mega base, he only built the custom mountain on top of Grian Base, but he has his wagon area that is really incredible. It's definitely something really different and really creative, and the amount of details in this area is insane. Like, there's not a spot in this area that he didn't touch, and the fact that it was supposed to be just his starter base is insane. And also this bike mountain that he built on top of Grian Base is really beautiful. Next to the bottom is cubfan's base. He also already built a mega base this season, but he built this Dripstone Canyon and the entire custom biome. This place is huge and he definitely invested a lot of time in building this. Something really unique and different, and I really like it. Next one is xisumavoid's base, and he did quite a lot of this season. He had this Evil X team going on and this place really looks incredible. This whole area has really a lot of buildings and every single one of them looks amazing. I like that he has this one part of evil team and then the rest is like a normal village. It really looks like this base is speaking some kind of story. Now let's start with the biggest crew, and first on the list is BOO. He doesn't have like a big base, but he has a lot of buildings sprinkled around the biggest area. His starter base is honestly one of the best starter bases I ever saw, and he just continued to build in this style. He also built this massive custom mountain near the start of the season, and the most impressive thing is actually that he built this just in between episodes. Next one is Tango, and his base is located under the mountain that B-Dust built. Inside he built the huge statue that I believe he called Fifi, and he started to decorate the rest of this area but didn't completely finish. He also built a lot around this area where their shopping area is, and some things together with BOO. And the last one for the biggest crew is Keralis. He didn't do too much this season on his base. He have the starter base and this beautiful island that looks really great, but he also built some stuff together with Pearlescent moon as well as something underground that I believe was some kind of mini game, and it is really beautiful. Next one is Zedaph. I'm honestly not too familiar with the builds that he did this season. I only know about this lab that he built, and in this season he dedicated more time on some redstone stuff. Next one is XBCrafted base, and I really like this base. I'm not completely sure what it is supposed to be, but I always like the glass builds. He have these few glass domes where he has storage and some farms. The only thing that is a little bit missing is the surrounding area around this build, but it still looks really great. Near XBCrafted base is Hypnotizd base. For his base he built this big red mushroom that looks really great. Inside he has a lot of greenery and his storage area. Overall, really nice base. Next one is Joey Hills and Zombie Cleo's base. In this season they built their bases together. They have this beautiful castle, and unfortunately some details are missing in the world download as they were made using armor stains and they didn't survive. Also they have a lot of nice buildings around this area. Next one is Iskal's and Etho's base. They also built their bases together and they built it in this rather strange piece of land. This area is quite unique. They built quite a lot of stuff around this area and it looks great. Iska also had this no wings club, so it was quite interesting to climb up to this base without the wings. Close to Iskal's and Etho's base is FalseSymmetry's base. She built these really beautiful houses with the red roofs that looks really great, but the main thing in her base is a giant eagle in the sky. This build is really amazing with lot of details, and then under the eagle in the hole she have her storage area. Also the surrounding area around the base looks really beautiful. Next is another new hermit, and it is GeminiTay. Her base is really beautiful. The castle by itself is amazing, but the surrounding area is just incredible. Like huge amount of details, a lot of beautiful custom trees, the buildings surrounding area and everything just makes a great atmosphere, and overall this base is really amazing. Next one is VintageBeef. He built this spaceship in the air that looks like it destroyed the area underneath it. Not the biggest build in the season, but still looks very nice. Next is iJevin's base. In this season he built his base in a swamp. He have his slime hole that looks really good with his green glass, but something that I absolutely love about his base is this custom swamp area next to his base. It looks really good, like huge amount of details, lot of foliage, and it looks just amazing. Next one is Welsknight, and in this season he built a big floating island in the air that is surrounded with two rings. Inside he only has his storage area, the rest is unfortunately empty, but he also have a Yes Wings club together with Impulse. And the last, but definitely not the least, is rendog's base. This is honestly one of my favorite bases this season. The amount of things they did this season is insane. Also the style of these builds, the details and everything is just amazing. They went completely nuts in this season with all of these builds, and of course Octagon. Also let's not forget all the crazy redstone things they did this season. I might even say that this collab was one of the best collabs ever in Hermitcraft. And that would be it for a tour of the Hermitcraft Season 8 world. I really like this season. I think that Hermits did amazing job. This season was experimental season, so that's why it was a little bit different than other seasons. It was quite short, but I still really enjoyed. And I'm really excited for the Season 9 that I believe will come out somewhere around end of January or start of February. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because it really helps the channel. And thank you for watching and goodbye!